Trump, Putin, and the quest for peace in Ukraine. In a world overshadowed by conflict, Trump ignites headlines, Putin wants a meeting, and peace in Ukraine may be closer than ever. Could diplomacy finally prevail after nearly 3 years of war? The stakes are high, and all eyes are on the power players shaping history. Trump's announcement highlights urgency, hope, and a new way forward. Could this bold approach signal a dramatic shift from the current status quo? As global powers hold their breath, the question remains, will this work, or is it too ambitious to succeed? The war in Ukraine has devastated communities, displaced millions, and fueled global instability. Russian aggression and Ukraine's fight for sovereignty have drawn Western powers into a uniquely hazardous crisis. The harsh battlefield contrasts starkly with the urgency for peace. Trump's perspective breaks new ground, leveraging diplomacy to end suffering and chaos. While critics cite inherent risks, others see a chance for resolution. Could this be the turning point for a conflict that many thought was unsolvable? Trump asserts that Vladimir Putin is open to talks. But why now? Is it pressure from sanctions, war fatigue, or strategic maneuvering? Putin's willingness for dialogue offers a glimmer of hope, yet also raises questions about his broader intentions. Critics are cautious, expressing concern about the legitimacy of Putin's overtures. Will this lead to meaningful action, or is it a chess move designed for gain? Diplomacy, while powerful, walks a fine line between resolution and manipulation. Trump's plan diverges sharply from President Biden's military aid strategy. Rather than escalating armament, he aims to bring adversaries to the negotiating table. Is this bold approach a breath of fresh air or a gamble too great? His supporters praise his out-of-the-box thinking. Diplomacy, many say, costs less and means more. But how will Ukraine, Putin, and world leaders react? Trump's determination sets the stage for unprecedented strategies to emerge. Ukraine's leaders navigate a delicate balance, defending sovereignty against Russian invasion while preserving hope for peace. Kyiv views Trump's conciliatory tone with caution. Concessions to Moscow could profoundly undermine Ukrainian autonomy and sacrifices made so far. President Zelensky stands firm against compromises that weaken Ukraine's position. The challenge lies in aligning Trump's ambition for dialogue without jeopardizing Ukraine's win for lasting peace. It's a balancing act of historic proportions. Trump's peace talk potential reverberates beyond Ukraine. For NATO allies and adversaries alike, his approach could either bolster collaboration or weaken global stability. Europe closely eyes the development, aware of risks yet eager for peace's promise. Onlookers question whether the U.S. can regain its standing as an impartial peacemaker. Trump's negotiation with Putin could redefine America's place in shaping world conflicts. The ramifications are massive, affecting markets, politics, and lives worldwide. Diplomacy is no magic wand, complexities from mutual distrust to differing interests loom large. Trump's strategists envision potential breakthroughs but stress preparation for every scenario. Success hinges on transparency, sincerity, and a willingness to compromise without disrespecting core values. Critics argue, fair dealings face hurdles when traditional rivalries reign supreme. Yet history reminds us how dialogues, however unlikely, shape stories remembered for centuries. Could 2023 witness such a moment? Imagine reduced tensions, safe civilians, and economies rebuilding, an elusive dream during years of conflict but plausible if diplomacy gains ground. Trump's meeting, if fruitful, could reverse cycles of pain while preserving dignity for all sides. Such achievements wouldn't just impact Ukraine, it would signal hope for regions suffering through similar struggles. Are we nearing a historic diplomatic precedent? Trump's inauguration draws nearer, and the world watches with bated breath. Will Putin confirm the meeting? What form will the discussions take, and can long-standing tensions finally de-escalate? The coming weeks may redefine modern diplomacy. Accountability remains essential. World leaders, NGOs, and citizens must demand tangible action. The path isn't easy, but neither is enduring war. Optimism mingles with skepticism as uncertainties linger. As history unfolds, so does your role in shaping it. Support credible news, foster meaningful dialogue, and call on leaders to prioritize humanity over power struggles. Share, discuss, and let your voice demand peace. Because this isn't just about politicians, it's about people, survival, and a global pursuit for harmony. Together, we have the power to influence actions. So, dive deeper, speak louder, and never stop advocating for peace. The world needs it now more than ever.